Yeah,
that.
we talk a lot on this show about, of course, the ripple effect. It's such a cliche term to use, but I mean, it's real. You're not just treating the one individual, you're also helping the family because everybody suffers whenever somebody is suffering from some sort of addiction. And it's everyone from their family to immediate loved ones, your spouse, your brothers, your sisters, your children, the people you work with, your community, but even people that are, if you're already out on reentry, I mean, if you're on parole, like your parole officer doesn't want to deal with that. You know what I mean? Because then you're a field case. There's just so many different areas of where it helps people and helps your community. And that's kind of the whole thing, what we were trying to set out and see. How does this affect the average law abiding citizen whenever somebody goes through a successful recovery? And does it? Why does this matter? And it turns out, yeah, it absolutely does because of how much every action that they do touches your community and affects your life and your quality of living.
Yeah, I mean, look, I tell this to families: if the family doesn't deal with this situation, if the person doesn't end up dead, they have an overdose, they take their own life, and I've seen it happen. Then at some point, the state's going to step in and do this for you. They're either going to step in through the criminal justice system because people get arrested, or they're going to step in through the mental health system. And what I mean by that is the state will involuntarily commit somebody, right? Initially for just a brief period of time, but then they're going to go to court. They're going to get a court order, probably without the family even knowing about it, and send them to a state hospital. And I'm going to tell you, I've had calls from the state hospital. And I mean, talk about one flew over the cuckoo's nest. I mean, we're talking about complete, these are insane asylums. Nobody comes out of there any better. They come out worse. The state, at least in Florida, does an absolutely horrendous job of taking care of people, at least in the mental health system, and the criminal system's not much better. And so, I mean, and I say families, listen, you got a choice. You could do nothing, but it's a disease. It's going to get worse. So if you want this to end, the process of recovery starts right now with the commitment to end it.